You actually might change my entire brand.
Chat, this gonna be his last.
Listen.
This gonna be his last clip on Instagram.
I might change my entire brand. I'm gonna be known as
this
the
shit
runner.
over with. Don't come for Big Speed, nigga.
I might even stop
Man,
lifting weights.
fuck that bitch. Bitch, I'm a demon, nigga. Who the you think you is, bro? I'm gonna dust your ass, boy.
Speed is about to create.
All right, man. This is gonna be a full breakdown of the whole Ashton Hall versus Speed race situation. We're gonna do a play-by-play, try to get into the nicks and crannies, you know.
All that little fake ass Instagram ain't against the real Speed, my boy. Pipe the down, bro. You talking too crazy. This is your last little Instagram reel. This your last reel, bro.
So right now, this is prior to the meetup, battle of the egos, right? This, you know what I'm saying? It's two, and when I say this, I don't mean it in the context of, you know, the red pill shit, but two alphas who really believe in themselves and think they got what it takes, right? It's a mental game at the end of the day. You can see Speed is 100% locked in. When Ashton was talking about it, he was like just talking, but it was more so you know, it came off a little jokey, yet still cocky / egotistical. Speed is like amped. Between the two interactions we just saw where Ashton Hall was talking this shit and Speed is talking this shit right now, I'm more convinced of Speed in this moment right now. Ashton Hall in the beginning, when he was in the one-on-one call with Speed, he was talking more ish than Speed in my opinion. I know Speed was talking this shit too, but he wasn't amped up like this, bro. And Speed wasn't saying all this until the cameras were off. Well, until the FaceTime was over and shit, and then he started getting amped up, but...
Yeah, always be the ones just talking so much.
Because you a fraud. You a fraud. That's why I'm talking like this. Because you talking
but
crazy.
We ain't gonna
and
put
you
the
a
camera
fraud.
on.
He's pulling up. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh, here we go. The matchup. The matchup. Now, peep energy. Speed has calmed down. He's not as amped as he was. Austin still has the same energy. Or, I'm saying Austin. Ashton still has that same energy. I would have thought he had it in the bag.
Bro, you don't weigh enough, bro. Let's get it popping, bro. You don't weigh enough. Let's get it popping, bro. Hey, do muscles just for show, bro.
You don't weigh enough.
Do muscles just for show, bro.
Chad, listen. Y'all asked for the race. I made it happen.
All the muscles just for show.
I'm not gonna lie. We've already watched the race, but still, for Ashton's size, this dude moves fast as fuck. I think they need to run this shit back one more time, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why they chose to start out barefoot. Like, these dudes need to be on an actual track, 40-yard meter dash. Like, set it up professionally to where y'all can, like, whether y'all wearing spikes or one of them running shoes, set it up professionally to where y'all can actually, you know what I'm saying? Make it best out of 3 or best out of 5, man.
You about to get dusted. You getting dusted.
Hey. They both believe in themselves right now, bro. I'm telling you, this is ego on ego right now, bro. This is crazy. I love it.
Speed, no I'm gonna look back at you while I'm running.
All right,
I'm gonna look back over my shoulder.
Here we go. I love it.
I'm gonna look back.
I love it.
And I said I was gonna be humble after I win.
This is it for you, bro.
And I probably can't be humble.
Hey, Chad, I feel so bad for him, bro.
Ashton is trying to play a psychological game, right? And you see it further on in the video too, right? Trying to play just feeding him all this different energy. Like, yo, you don't want this. You're not ready. You don't know what you're going up against. You shouldn't have said what you're saying. Blah, blah, blah. You know, trying to big bro him and stuff like that. These are the words coming in right now, right? This is, pretend I'm Speed. This is Ashton Hall's words. Shit's just deflecting, bro. Like, Speed's not even processing that. Let's say something does go through. It goes through one ear like this. Comes right out the other, bro. Like, Speed is not like... Some people, they'd hear the information and they'll just start digesting it like, oh fuck, like maybe he has a point. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Speed is not having that shit, bro. You gotta respect it. And that's how you get to the level these guys are at right now.
I'm dusting you right here, dog. This is it for you, bro. This is it for you, bro. This is it.
So boom, they made it to the track. For some reason, Ashton Hall decides to put on this weighted vest. I guess he took Speed too lightly. Now, I don't remember too clearly whether or not he kept his vest on or not, but if he did keep it on, that's a new move, bro, as Chris Move would say.
This is real life right here, boy.
Ooh.
It's real life.
Wait, so what was the point? He didn't even put on his vest. What was he doing at first? Let's go like 0.5. Ashton was on it, but Speed was right there too. Boom, 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 boom. They going head to head with this shit. Head to head. Speed is clearly ahead of this nigga right now, right? Clearly ahead, and I think Ashton's peeping game. Ashton at this point might have realized he's not catching up. See what happens right after this, bro. Calling him slow as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Ashton starts falling right here after he starts hearing Speed say he's slow as fuck. Let's go back a little bit more. Mid-stride he's saying this. Now let's give Ashton his props, right? Dude's big as fuck. I'm surprised he's even this close to Speed in the race. But at the same time, you're over there talking that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So it really don't matter how big you are. You're losing. And I'm trying to see if the fall was valid. Cause I think he tried to cop out real quick. I think he noticed he was not gonna win and that Speed was gaining momentum. So he decided to fall. Let's check it out. He had no reason to fall right here, bro. Yo, that's funny as hell. Let's go back to it, man. We talking about the battle of egos. Ashton tried to get in his head. Speed deflected all that bullshit. They went to the track. First run, I think this was the most legitimate one. I think Ashton Hall fell on purpose because he knew he wasn't going to catch up. And that gave him an insight to request a rematch or a re-race for number 2. He used that as a bluff, right? And as you could tell, as these races go on, Ashton is somebody who gradually gets better the more competition goes on, right? So in race 2, he does a lot better. I think it's a lot closer than it was in race 1. Race 3 was damn near neck and neck in my opinion. People like to say Ashton had a head start. I don't know, certain camera angles, gave off different impressions, but a theme to keep in mind here is that Ashton is the type of person who actually gets better the more the competition goes on. But race 1, Speed had him for sure, bro.
You a fraud! He a fraud! You are a fraud!
Hey.
Oh God!
Talking that ish though.
Do it again.
Talking that ish.
Hey, look, everything I love on the pothole.
He a fraud! You a fraud, dog!
Bring it back, come on.
You said there was a pothole?
You gotta wait
I
for
don't
me
know if
now.
I'm buying that. That's the thing, bro. Ashton is playing psychological games, bro.
He a fraud.
I hit a pothole, man. Let's get it.
You a fraud, bro.
If I'm Speed right here, bro, nigga talking about he hit a pothole, show me the pothole. Show me the pothole, bro. I'm not buying that bullshit. I don't think he hit shit. I think he just lost, bro.
This is my last one. I'm going to expose him again, chat. I didn't even run full speed.
Okay, race 2. Let's go 0.5 on it. Just so everybody can see. False start. Come on, bro.
I got him nervous.
See, now Speed trying to get in his head now, right? And you can do that when you've already won the initial race. Ashton has everything to lose here because if you lose twice in a row, it's just a bad look. Okay, Speed, if he loses this one, he has the excuse of, hey, we're tied 1-1. Let's do last one for the tiebreaker, right? But Ashton hit that false start, man. He was a little shook. Let me slow down a little more. I want to see who got off like first, Yeah. Low key, bro's already in stride. Speed is just getting off the floor right here. Ashton Hall's already in stride. What's gonna be the excuse if he loses this one? Let's see. Beat him again. 2-0. Now this was closer though. A little bit. It was a little bit more close. But Speed won again in race 2-0 right now. Ashton has no excuse for it. But again, he likes to play the psychological games. He's gonna come up with an excuse. And Speed, for some reason, obliges to do a third race. These are all Ashton's people, by the way. All these groupies right here, these are all Ashton's groupies. All of them. This one, that one, this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't know why he has so many people with him at all times, but...
Don't ever call me out.
You can hear this nigga in the background already calling out one more. Like, bro, how many more races do you need, bro? This is where we get to the point of where you have hundreds of thousands of people tapped in, watching you. Ashton's ego has been brutally crushed, and he's not going down without a fight. I respect it. He's trying to save what little bit of dignity he has left. But come on, bro. I think after the second one, man, you just call it quits. Because then after that, it starts getting a little desperate. You know what I mean? This is Ashton right now. Fuck, bro, I'm screwed, gang. Yo, what can I do to get this nigga to really lock in and get me this one chance to redeem myself?
First one I slipped. Oh. Second one you barely beat me. So run it again.
Do I gotta beat you
the
three?
First one, yes.
Do I gotta beat you?
The first one I slipped. Second one you barely beat me. Let's run it again.
Do I gotta beat you 3 times?
Come on, let's do it. Come on.
You lost, bro.
You 20.
Excuses.
It's not excuses.
And they said, what is you, 25? 26?
29, let's go.
Fuck out of here. Okay. You 29. You ain't no old ass man.
And that's very true. And not only that, you called him out. So now you see Ashton coming up with every excuse in the book, man. Whatever excuse he can find in the book, he's gonna come up with it because his ego is absolutely tanked. He has to get a redemption race to where he can post on Instagram or TikTok or wherever he posts and says, look, y'all, I actually beat Speed. You know what I'm saying? He needs that one clip. That's all he needs at this point. He's not trying to tie up the series. He's not trying to beat him in a series of like, you know, maybe catching up and beating him like 3 races down the line. He's just trying to get that one clip to say, I beat Speed here. Let's see how this one ends. This is the third one right here. Speed got him again, arms out and everything. God damn, where the fuck is Ashton going? That nigga look like he's trying to run away from his internet problems that he's finna face.
Look!
I'm moving faster.
Y'all don't see that?
I'm moving faster.
He went
the whole video.
What the fuck?
Show the whole video.
And I still caught up. I'm ahead of...
He's ahead, bro. He's ahead. It looked like Ashton might have tied it up just because of the camera panning over. But Speed was ahead the whole time, gang.
No, you didn't.
I'm ahead of... What the fuck is he talking about?
Look at these... Listen. And this is where you start to see a lot of the psychological shit, a lot of the manipulation. The whole groupie section for Ashton Hall had to get their word in at this point, right? They can't stand to see their Lord and Savior Ashton Hall go down without a fight. So what do? They all band up and say, yo, you know what, this third race, y'all? Listen, Ashton might kick us out of payroll if we don't meet right him harder than we've ever meet righted him before. Let's band together, and regardless of whether or not he wins or loses, right? Let's band together and make sure that he at least gets another chance to race Speed. How do we do that? By saying it's a tie in the third race, just so we can all confuse him enough to agree to a 4th race. And surprisingly enough, Speed agrees to a 4th race.
Let's fucking go.
Let's get it. Speed says, you know what, man? F the groupies, F the meat riders, F everything. Let's go for a 4th time.
Ready?
Lock in.
Set, go.
At this point, it wasn't close. It wasn't close. There we have it. Speed dusting Ashton Hall 4 times in a row. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to run this back a few times just to see if there was anything I was missing. I think the only one that was low-key, just low-key the most controversial, it was that 3rd race because, you know, the angles and stuff like that. They want to say Ashton started. To me, Ashton did start kind of earlier, but at the same time, he's always started earlier. Like, I think he just has better timing for getting off on the track. We gotta understand at this point, both of their feet were all cut up and stuff like that. So it really just came down to willpower. And ultimately, Speed still ran barefoot. Ashton had his socks on. Speed's will overtook the last race. Ashton gave up. 4-0. The rest is history.